Am I allowed to
Yes,
do both?
please.
Okay.
Yes. All right, Emma, welcome.
Hmm.
Tell
Are
me
you
your
ready?
story. Tell me your story and
Okay.
testimony of why you believe what you believe. And what's your
Okay.
story? What's your story? Go ahead.
Okay. So I moved to Idaho about 4 years ago from the Washington, D.C. area. I was in a unique situation. I'm a financial advisor and in the insurance community. Um, I was really in the heart of Northern Virginia, so really in the heart of it. Where I worked, I was an advisor for a lot of our senators, congressmen, Supreme Court justice, um, a lot of people, and I had lots of training and development around those things. And I'm one who studies my profession quite a bit. I love what I do. I've gone all over the country and I've worked with some of the top people. And I absolutely have the greatest passion for helping prepare people financially, regardless of contingency. And so I read a lot, I study a lot about finance and about money. And I remember driving to work, and I would watch the news. Debates would come on. I wouldn't stay up for debates because they were 2 hours behind. And so debates would come on, and I'd usually listen to the aftermath of it on the way to work. And I won't say the politician, but you all know several years ago at the debate, it was recapped that he was asking for the wealthy to just pay a little bit more in taxes. You're laughing. We all know. And I'm not kidding you. I almost drove off the road. I was so appalled. And because one of my favorite books is, well, I have several, but it's called Tax-Free Retirement. And they said, it was written probably 30 years ago. They said, one of the greatest scams the American government can pull off is raise the taxes on the wealthy. And I almost drove off the road. And I
Say
started
that again real
researching,
fast.
studying, and talking about this.
Say that again. We had a bad connection.
Yes.
Say it again. What is the greatest scam?
The greatest scam the American oh, now I can't say it. The greatest scam that the American politicians can do is raise the taxes on the wealthy, because the wealthy do not pay taxes. It is our people who have scrimped and saved in retirement that are affected the most.
I need you to expand that. That's a big idea. First, did you say the rich don't pay taxes?
The wealthy, no.
Sorry,
They
say
don't
that
pay
again.
taxes.
We had a bad connection. Do the wealthy pay taxes?
Okay.
There you go.
No, the wealthy do not pay taxes.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
No. If you study our tax law and how things go, the wealthy do not pay taxes. It is the small businesses, it is the families that have scrimped and saved who are in retirement, who have their 401k money that they are just hoping and praying that it lives out for when they retire, so they don't outlive their money.
So you're saying that if
Those
a
are the ones who
politician
are
were to,
affected.
you're saying if a politician raises taxes on the wealthy, they're really raising taxes on normal people? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
And that's the danger. So, okay. Well, keep going with your story.
And I can go in depth in this, very in depth. I study it greatly now. So I watched my world fall apart.
When
After
was that?
my personal world fall apart. After this politician was elected and got into office, the first thing that we discussed that happened, we had raising the taxes on the wealthy. We had the Affordable Care Act. Please tell me, how has that made any healthcare affordable? I have watched families suffer, and they are seriously choosing between getting health insurance now and feeding their children. I've seen small businesses crumble because they cannot afford health insurance anymore.
Health insurance is more expensive now, is what you're saying.
Than a home. It is more expensive. I talked to someone today and they said their health insurance is $1,800 for
A
their
month?
family.
A month.
A month. A month.
Wow.
It is not affordable health care. It was not done correct. And then we went into them trying to pull off the fiduciary law, which would have removed advisors from people. And as advisors, we're trying to advise them on tax strategies, things for retirement. We would have been fined if we couldn't guarantee what the stock market was doing. Excuse me? No, not happening. And so fought that really heavily. And that's where I slowly got involved. About 4 years ago, I moved back to Idaho. I'm from here originally. And so that's why I feel like my profession, where I'm not trying to sell people, I really try and take care of people, but it's in jeopardy right now. It
What's
is
in jeopardy?
100% in jeopardy. My
What's in jeopardy?
profession. My profession.
Which your profession is? Tax?
Insurance and financial advisors. Mm-hmm. And people need them more than ever because we're the ones that help you. And the greatest contingency in people's retirement that I can see now is the tax implications of different people who get elected into office.
You're
That's
saying
the
that
greatest harm.
the future ability for people to retire on what they've been saving their entire lives for, that's in jeopardy. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying?
That's in jeopardy. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so your
and
reason
that makes
why,
me sad.
Your reason why is you want to correct this. You want to help people live what? How do you want to correct it?
I want people to be able to have, excuse me, I'm going to rephrase that. I want people to be able to be and live the retirement that they dream of. And not have it taken away from them.
For 50 years.
Yes, for many, many years. And those things are getting taken away and taken advantage of, or they're trying to pass on a legacy to their families. And when they die, that 401k money is counted as income for that year. It is taken away from the families that they want to pass it back down to.
I understand. So 401ks have a certain interesting tax implication, is what you're saying.
Very much so.
Wow. Well, you have now the ability to actually, you have the power in your grasp to go make the world more like what you want it to be able to share that message with people and educate them and make them be part of your network and part of your team's network. You have the ability now just by accepting the challenge that you've now been nominated to do, and then go share your testimony with 10 more people, and then nominate 3 of those who you find be stellar people and will be really rock stars in sharing the message for your cause. And so now you have the ability. So go forth and build and share.
So
that really is how you save the world. So you save your.
So now I would like to share with you why I'm here tonight.
Good.
Because I've already hit 10 people up tonight already. So I am actually the head of the pack for the financial advisors for the state of Idaho. And since moving back to Idaho 4 years ago, being a woman business owner has not been the easiest thing. It's been hard. And I have a really stellar resume, and I have had people come up to me and say, wow, we never took you seriously. We just assumed because you're a woman, you don't know what you're talking about.
You
Oh,
clearly
yeah.
do. You clearly do.
I clearly. So today, because I'm furious. I don't think I've ever been so mad in a long time.
Because you have the power now to change the way people think. You have the ability to change the way people think by sharing your story and your testimony, and yet why you believe what you believe. One by
Oh,
one,
yeah.
and then 3 by 3, and then that becomes 9, 27, 36, 84, 124, 3,000, so forth.
Mm-hmm.
It grows that fast, and the bigger it gets, the faster your community grows.
So, yeah, and today, I have many friends in legislative. I don't know where I fit in Idaho sometimes. And I've joked with a few people that I said, I thought I was diehard Republican, but I moved to Idaho and I'm starting to think I might be a Democrat. Barbara, don't laugh too hard. I've been telling Chad this for several days, harassing him on a regular basis. And I've been confused. I didn't know where I aligned publicly totally in Idaho yet. And starting to believe some of the things I see, which bother me because I know deep down from being in DC what I believe. But I've been confused. And so today, the video was, how explicit can I get? I thought it was deplorable. I hope my kids aren't around. The video about our legislators circle jerking. I lost it. I was so mad when I saw that video. It is despicable. It is disgusting. And as a mother of a daughter, I am disgusted that someone who wants to be in office. And I will tell you that when Trump made his comments, I'm the mother who paused the TV and talked to my children that this is never okay. So today I made a comment, just probably not the best comment after I saw the video, where I said, excuse me, but don't you pray right before these meetings? Isn't it inappropriate to pray and then have a meeting that you're circle jerking? And then I changed it and said, that's not something I want my children to hear. So after I said that, I had a board member from the ACLU attack me. He said, did you vote for Trump? I didn't tell him who I voted for. And I said, what does this have to do with someone lying about our legislators in Boise, my vote? And I decided that I would send this lovely ACLU board member a nice little post explaining who I am, what I believe, and some of the struggles I've had as a woman business owner in Idaho. And furthermore, some of the struggles that I've had about my daughter being sexually harassed and other girls at school and being dismissed, and some things that I have done to stand up for rights and everything. Now, it gets more. So I sent him a lovely message, offered to go to lunch with him where we could have a lovely chat. And today he chose to take it to the next level. And he decided to then call me the biggest hypocrite, the worst kind of hypocrite, if I voted for Trump. Now I can say I'd never voted for Trump. I never said who I voted for. I didn't, I don't say who I vote for, okay? But because of tax laws, yeah, I voted for Trump because I follow the money. But I guess that makes me a hypocrite as a woman that I voted because I follow money.
Why did he say you were a hypocrite?
The worst kind of hypocrite, not a hypocrite, the worst kind of hypocrite.
Because
Because I would not tell him who I voted for, and that I actually stood up for Barbara and other legislators that were called circle jerkers in our in a special meeting in Boise.
And just so you know, EmmaLee, I didn't actually attend that meeting, but Brand, no, that's fine. But this is my opponent, Brandon, that is posting this. And this is really who I see her as, her real self.
And so the ACLU board member chose to attack me publicly. Then he chose to attack someone else. And the one person who stood up for me, besides Barbara, because I tagged Barbara later. And keep in mind, I had a Democratic thing mailed to me the other day, asking for donations, that was sitting right at my desk at my office. And the person who stood up for me is one of our legislators who has a reputation of being, people calling him rough around the edges. Mad Chad was the nickname they gave him. And he stood up for me and basically told this guy to knock it off and stop treating women this way. It wasn't the ACLU. It was not the ACLU. So me, because I'm a mouthy individual, and I will tell you I'm in about 5 women's groups in Washington, D.C., is blasting this all over the country. Good luck, guy. About ACLU attacking women.
good.
So that's why I'm here. And so now I will do whatever I possibly can to make sure someone who lies about our legislators does not get in. I have been calling relentlessly since this afternoon and sharing my story about what people have done to Barbara and other legislators that is inappropriate, and listening to them and saying the stories, even in Idaho, that we are hearing are not true. And that's why I'm here today, because I actually have a big mouth and I'm really good at using it.
So you're standing up.
And I'm mad.
Good. I think to close,
Oh, yeah.
what would you like to say about Barbara, and who is she, and does she emulate the kind of world that you just talked about that you want to see?
Do you want me to leave?
No, I'm excited to share this because I was trained not to kind of show political alliances, because if I'm meeting with a Democratic or Republican or a lobbyist that I was meeting with, not to show alliances at all. So I'm pretty quiet about what I believe, except today. But I'm passionate about my why, and I do share my why. But what a lot of people don't know is when I was 12 years old, I met Barbara for the first time. So I grew up, and she actually came back from, she was coaching, I can't even remember where, but she actually came up as a young leaders, she came up to our young women to be a leader at girls camp.
Yeah, that's right.
And here was this awesome rock star woman that came back, and she coached basketball. And remember, I'm a 12-year-old girl. And we're like, wow, she is so fun. She is so cool. She is so awesome. And she was just the coolest person. Let me tell you, like, all of us girls just had complete starstruck by Barbara, because she was everything that we wanted to be as a girl. She was passionate, she was strong, she was determined, and so when I moved back to Idaho, I went to vote, and I didn't know the candidates, and it was for the mayor thing, and I'm like, wait, Barbara Ehart? Oh my gosh, she's in politics? And I was so beyond excited. I was like, this is what people need. They need a woman with this passion, with this heart. with this that I remembered and emulated as a 12-year-old girl. And I might be, some say I'm a mouthy individual. Yeah, I'm a mouthy individual, but but I mean, it's because I had people like Barbara who taught me that you stand up for what you believe in, you do what's right. And so that is why, that's what I think of Barbara. I've never told her that.
Oh,
but she has been an example.
Barbara is on this call, so she is in this webinar. That's right. That was powerful. That was powerful.
Yeah.
Emily, that's awesome.
Thanks, Emily. That's why I was saying I didn't know I didn't know exactly what we were doing. I forget, Brandon, but thanks. That
I didn't tell her that that would be included.
Some of my fun days.
She wouldn't have showed up. Oh, that's fantastic. She would have hidden because she doesn't know what people would say. I love it. No, I've heard many of those exact same stories today.
But I'm telling you, all us girls like looked up to Barbara. All of us.
Well,
she has a following of girls that we still keep in touch.
Mm-hmm.
I watched.
I was kind of funny and fun. I mean, I am kind of funny and fun, so I get that.
Oh, you were. Oh my gosh. Katie Perks and I, and I mean, just all of us. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Great. Well, Emily, you now have the ability to do something about this and share the messages that you care about. You just told us you have the ability to build a viral network about a community around you that of people to believe the same things you believe, and then to share those ideas with more people, and then train those people to do the same thing and build a very big movement of people that you know and people that you're going to meet soon. That's what's powerful about what your story.
Yeah,
it's powerful about your story. Thanks, Emma. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll give
it was fun. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Bye-bye.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks.
Okay. See ya.